for past 25 years, right, every year you notice, right, there are scam cases. The ID take your money, then run away.
Yes, yes.
Scam cases are so real. Like there are so many like police lah, ICA, all can be scam. I heard nowadays the scam also take wear the uniform, go your house and knock door.
Yes. Have you ever wondered what is the red flags of a home renovation? What is the fine line between reasonable prices and scams? Hi, I'm Jolene and welcome to a new episode of Renopod. Today I have here with me Wilson from Rezt and Relax, and he's going to share with us some trade secrets on renovation. Hi Wilson!
Hi!
So let me ask you a few questions. You've been in this industry for over 25 years. Could you share some insider trade secrets or key lessons you've learned over the years?
Okay, I think that based on what I see, right, for past 25 years, right, every year you notice, right, there are scam cases. Right?
Oh, yes,
no matter how we write, no matter how we say, no matter how we tell the consumer what to be look out, always got this problem.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think about this scam case, right? There's a few. First one is because of ID. This is the most common. The ID take your money, then run away.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think to my friends as well.
Yes, right. This is very common. But I think the most dangerous thing is, right, is the owner of the company. You can see, right, these few years, right, more and more owner of the ID company have closed down.
Yes.
Halfway down, they take the money, they close down.
Yes.
Right, so I think that this is actually a very unhealthy thing in our trade.
Yes,
okay,
correct.
so I think for today we're going to share something that is not really common outside, right? I'm going to share some tips. First of all, right, as an ID homeowner, right, the owner of this ID, right, the financial have to be strong.
Okay,
yeah, so how we going to know whether the company of the owner, the finance to be strong, right? I can suggest homeowner can go and do this borrow viewer, you know.
Oh, there's such things?
Yes, means that they can actually go to the website online to check whether this company, the director of the company, right, whether their credit bureau is good or not. Yeah, because most of the time it's because the owner of the company need a lot of money to roll.
Like cash flow, right?
Yes, example, they have more than one business. Right? It's very common that they have 5 to 6 business. So the money come in, right? It never go back to the renovation company.
But it goes dispersed elsewhere.
Yes. So I think this is things that you must take note lah. Secondly, maybe you can see more on his IG lah, where he go lah. I mean this one.
Stalk him, is it?
This one very personal lah, the habit lah, this lah, that lah. Because when I see a lot of company close down, it's not because of the business is no good. I think they have poor finance management.
Alright, thanks Wilson. Alright, next. There's been a persistent issue with scams and renovation companies closing down. So why do you think this continues to happen? And why hasn't the industry found a solution after all these years?
I think because this is not an offense. It's like I close down this company because the business is no good, then I can easily open another one.
True, but there's also like a grey.
Yes, it's very grey
line,
area.
you know.
Yeah,
so actually
right.
people can make money through that also. It's like kind of like a scam.
Yeah, so this grey line have started 30 years ago. When I starting with the ID, I see some of my those like 前辈, they're doing something like that. You know. Yeah, so this one I don't know lah, but this one is the grey area that until today it cannot solve lah. So if let's say cannot solve, then how can a homeowner help themselves? So a homeowner must do their own homework lah. First of all, right, never give huge cash to ID.
Yes.
And also don't pakat with ID. You know what is pakat, no?
Yes.
Some homeowner is because they done up their house ready, then they tell the ID that maybe I recommend you to my brother, but don't go through company. Then save the thing, you know, save the company to earn money ma.
Yes.
Then they overcut. Then they take the money run already. Then the owner will call the company and say why your ID take the money. But because it's not in the contract.
Yes, correct.
And maybe sometimes it's like the homeowner pack up with the ID. Then they say that the fall ceiling you don't do, you take out. Painting you take out. Carpentry you take out. I have my own people. So the moment the ID say like that it's red flag already. Because you must understand things that is not inside the contract, there's no cover any warranty.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then, for instance, but they will go back to the company and make some claims.
Yeah, so this is some of our very common trick lah. Okay, the ID sign a contract, maybe 50 items. Then after that, he will tell homeowner that, oh, there's 5 items, our company now no manpower. I need to sub out. And they show you proof leh. They can write down a message, blah blah blah, then show you the proof. Then it's morning meeting by our.
But it's very easy to just drop
Yeah
a
lah,
message.
nowadays you know
You
cases are so real. Like only there are so many like police lah, ICA, all can be scammed. I heard nowadays the scam also take wear the uniform, go your house and knock door.
Yes.
So like what I'm trying to say, when you have this type of ID asking this a question, right? Then you have to be alert.
Just be very wary.
So sometimes I can say that scam is take 2 hands to clap lah.
Okay,
Sometimes also owner they don't know or you too trust the
because
ID.
they are too gullible. So
Of course I cannot bring the owner because ID sometimes also very sweet talk on my. Okay, especially I tell you one case story. Especially those homeowners that they rush. Hey sister, your house want to be fast or not? Want to fast You give me cash. You today give me cash tomorrow I give the contractor your job will be faster. You cut the queue. You know, so they have this thing. So what I'm trying to say, no matter what happened, right, call the company.
I think that is like a take back home.
Yeah, and also never trust that the house can be done by 3 weeks.
Okay, yes, because it will definitely. I mean, ID is a long journey. Right?
It's a long journey. Yes, correct.
Alright, then when it comes to signing a renovation contract, what are the key red flags to look out for that could indicate potential issues down the road?
Okay, I think first of all, right, is the price. Example, we talk about tiling job. To supply and install tiles at kitchen, all right, the price is, the gut tiles of price is $2.50 to $3. When you see this thing, you also must, be careful. Why? Because nowadays, right, you talk about good tiles, right, or bigger piece of tiles, right, it's definitely more than $3. So what will happen? The top up, we call that VO, will come out. So this is grey area. You know, it's like, it's like you go and do a mascara like that, you know. Normal is like that. You want the mascara to be longer, something like that.
Okay, like you top up like.
But sometimes the top up is over. Yeah, right. So this one you must be cautious. If let's say the contract you see, right, the price got this issue or they got put some special term, right, you have to be careful.
Or probably maybe because they tell you say this amount, but after that add on.
You know what happened? Because when there's conflict, right, the only thing to prove is the contract.
Yes, correct.
Especially they have to write down the size, the material, and what is the things they're going to use. Especially using good hinge, you have a soft closing hinge. All must write down. The more detail, the better. If let's say they give you free gift, you also must write down. Because when things happen, then you bring this contract to the company. Then you tell the ID say give me free car, free aeroplane. Then it's not stated down there.
Yes.
Then how?
It's all just verbal.
So this is all this 30 years experience lah. We have see a lot of ID using a lot of method. Yeah, right.
Okay, then what sets a trusted interior design company apart from the others? How can homeowners ensure they are working with a reliable and reputable company?
Okay, so you think about trust, right? First thing, I think that you can choose those ID with case trust.
Okay.
Yeah, why? Because case trust every year they audit the ID company. And secondly is RCMA, Renovation Contractor Material Associate.
What's that?
This is actually a non-profit renovation associate, actually to bring out the Singapore renovation standard. So if let's say the company have covered by these 2 associates, right, at least there's some baseline and standard. Because especially when the company become a case trust member, they need to follow the SOP.
Yes, correct.
You cannot just close and run.
Yes.
You know, so this is basically one. And secondly, we go back to the question number 1. You can go and check his borrower this thing, whether he's a good paymaster. Yeah, because I think this is a very good example. Because if let's say his credit got this issue, right, then the chances also important. That maybe he will scam the money. Not 100%, but
almost 80%.
Yeah, what we have see on the news, not I say one on the news, right? Mostly is because they got some habit like gamble overspend you know, they invest something then they take the money to do this.
Yes.
Most of the scam case got this issue. But of course, there are also certain companies that they don't really do well, they close down. That one I think is very common as a business.
Right. So, is it common practice for interior designers to offer after-sales services? If so, what does that typically include?
Okay, normally in the industry, we offer 1 year wear and tear. If let's say in between 1 year there's any wear and tear, normally the company will cover you. But things that more than 2 years, 3 years, then this is subjective because normally after 3 years, right, things will start to spoil lah. You know, like you buy a shirt, after 3 years, maybe your buttons start to spoil.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
But I think a lot of owners don't really know that because they'll be like, huh? After 1 year spoil already? I'll just take, for example, my dad, you know, after 5 years, he complained, why did the ID not good? The ID not good, you know?
Yeah.
It's like wear and tear. But I think a lot of owners don't know that like the lifespan of the things and stuff.
So yeah, I think I cannot blame consumer. Some consumer even after 5 to 8 years, right, the shower skin break also phone us and say our quality is bad. Sometimes they really forget.
Because I think you need to manage expectations. I think people will think that like, I pay such a huge sum, 1 year, why is it 1 year? But they do not know that it's the little things that add up to this home, you know?
Correct. So I think 1 year is reasonable because even today, you buy any property or you go to buy any houses, right? Normally cover is only 1 year. But if the company can give you 2 years, 3 years, then it's good enough.
Alright. And then many interior designers, also many interior design companies offer warranties, usually lasting 1 to 2 years. But when something breaks during that period, customers often report only receiving a quick, unhelpful response. How do you manage expectations and ensure better after-sales support for your clients?
That's why this have to write very properly on the contract. If let's say you think the warranty you want to fight for 2 years, sometimes it can be done. You just write on the contract.
Yes, for the benefit of the customer.
Correct.
But I think it also needs to be very well communicated with the customers during the initial phase to let them know that actually look, you know, the company, what kind of stage the company is in, and you know, with all these things that are happening as well.
I think for doing ID for so long, normally problem come with 以为 you know. I thought it's like that. I thought it's like that. It's like you go and eat some kway teow mee, you don't want chili, you must tell lah.
Yes, correct.
Or you want chili, you must tell.
Correct.
If you never tell, it's all standard.
Understand. But I think because we are also homeowners also don't know the standard, they don't know anything, which is why I feel it's very good. I mean, the ID themselves needs to educate the homeowners to let them know.
So this one we come down to experience. Okay, it's like some ID, their strength is fast food strength, you know, fast food. You go fast food, you just need to eat burger, a french fry and a coke. We call fast food. So as a company, I mean as a homeowner, you must know your this objective of your renovation, what standard you want. Okay, example, you have some cases, you know your house is very small. You must get an experience in good on space planning. You cannot look for a fast food designer. Because fast food designer, they will tell you everything just SOP. So the homeowner also, he must know. They must know the objective what they want.
Understand. Alright. Then what is the typical payment structure when working with an interior designer? Are there industry standards or recommendations for how payments should be handled?
Okay, normally we have a standard one, not say 100%, but mostly 80% of the idea are using the same scheme. Normally we will collect a deposit after they sign. Some 10%, some 15%, some 20%. Depends how complicated. Because once you sign, the next step we need to come up 3D. 3D drawing can be very serious because after 3D come in, then it's not nice, then you change and change and change. Some can be 10 piece, 20 piece, up to 30 piece. So the 20%, right, normally is to do all the groundwork, the 3D, the detailed drawing, and also all the submission, the permit, and also all those like shopping with homeowner to see tiles. So we'll collect at 20%. Alright, then after all, once we start work, we'll collect at 30%. To collect this 30% to pay our subcon, to give all these tile shop payment for them to send over the tiles. Alright, so total we have 50%. Until they finish all the work before carpentry work, they come and measure, we need to take another 45%. Alright, so the 45% will pay to the carpenter to go back to custom make the carpentry work. Alright, then the last 5% will be only defect is clear, then we will take the 5%.
I see.
So this is the market practice.
payment milestone lah.
Yeah, so don't pay 50%, 60%, you know, yeah, one shot.
Because I have friends that actually did pay 50% before that and then 50% after they collected,
Yes.
but 50% the ID run
Yes.
away.
Yes, right. I think the only things that sometimes we have been feedback by homeowner is the 45% part, the third payment. Okay, why? Because the carpentry work haven't come in, but I pay you 45 already. What happens? Anything wrong? So if you think that this company, you think that they are like, you don't really like trust their finance, right? You can actually negotiate that you can pay 25 first.
Yes, then after
They go back
that,
custom make already. When this thing come into your house already downstairs, then you pay another 20. At least you be safe lah.
Okay, so you see how you all negotiate also.
But again, I tell you, if this ID want to scam you, in any stage he can do that lah.
That's true.
Yes. But this one is only for majority.
He can do to the last 5% and he goodbye.
Yeah. So again, we go back to the character of the ID lah. Yeah, right.
Then how much can an interior design typically earn in Singapore? What's the income range and what factors influence their
Okay,
earnings?
last time I was an ID, right? We can earn maybe 4,000 to 6,000 as a start because we don't only run one project. Normally we will run around 2 to 3. Yeah, if one project, you see to do a renovation, how long it takes?
Oh, long, I know months.
2 months, right?
Yes.
Maybe 2 months. So 2 months, how much you want to pay me to oversee your house? Example?
Maybe 5K?
5K, that's a lot leh.
Oh, really?
5K, 3
I'm very
project.
generous homeowner
You see,
here.
okay, we talk about a BTO house, 20,000, all right? Then you get the ID. The ID need to work for 8 weeks for you,
Yeah.
Yeah, so 8 weeks, how much you want to cover him?
Yeah, 5K per month.
5K, but the quote will be high leh.
Oh.
That's why we cannot depend on one project. We need to have 3 or 4 because sometimes the most common complaint is why on hand you got so many projects.
Then you tell them, but
I can't say that it's wrong lah, but if let's say you want one-to-one like like you go gym like that wow, one-to-one
personal training, then the cost will be higher.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So but of course the ID also must know cannot manage so many lah. If let's say he cannot in Chinese 没有这么大的头，不要戴这么大的帽子 you know.
Yes.
So to me 3 house is okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 house, 1 house you earn 2,000, 3 house you earn 6,000. But some ID will earn more than that because 他的能力比较高. Maybe his customer is high ticket. They design landed house, they design GCB, they design high-end condo, you know. Then that one shot maybe is 200, 300,000. Then different. This type maybe can be one-to-one. Because the focus for the house is a lot.
Yes, and he needs to be very detailed and everything. So
like you go fast food center, right? What you want? Why you go fast food center?
Fast.
Correct. You don't go fast food center, then you want service. I want this, I want that.
So the ID must manage their expectations.
So I mean, have to be fair to ID also lah.
Yeah.
ID also sometimes difficult leh.
Yes.
To be very frank.
Yes.
ID sometimes cry one leh. Because sometimes we understand lah, house is important for every homeowner. So sometimes the homeowner, the emotion come out, they talk also emotion sometimes. So it's really not easy. Not easy. Yeah, right.
Alright. Then out of all the projects you have worked on, is there one that stands out particularly memorable or challenging? What made that project unique for
Okay, I
you?
think I have 2. The first one is actually we have a homeowner that the kids around 6 years old, been sleeping with them once he born.
Oh.
Okay, why? Because he have this like 自闭症, you know, scared to sleep alone. So what we do, we actually done up a very nice bedroom for him. We put some like superhero, Spider-Man, Batman, X-Men, you know.
Cute.
Yeah, but we don't know. We just that want to make him feel better. So around after 1 month, the mom have called us that he has actually sleep alone.
Oh, that's so heartwarming.
Yeah, so you know, so when we design this thing, then we found that actually designer is not just to make the house nice, but it can actually help to maintain a good emotion. So it really make me have more in-depth about ID. So this is the one that actually really struck me. The second one is actually a homeowner, a man, all right, working very hard, but go back house, there's no man care for him. So I decided to design a very small table for
He
him.
wanted it?
Yes.
Oh,
You know, as a guy, right, we go out, we work, we stress, we go back. What we want me time.
Yes, correct.
You know, when you go back, no me time, where you go? You go Starbucks or Coffee Bean. To sit down and open a computer and down there stay for 3 hours.
Yes, yes.
So I think this one also I'm very happy because I see the lifestyle change.
Yes,
He
yes,
go
yes.
back, then he tell, hey, Wilson, thanks for this table. Wow, very good. I got my own thing.
Oh, it's the simple things that makes them happy.
Yes. So I think the perspective, I'm now doing ID, right? Different stage lah. When last time 30 years ago we want our project put on magazine, people see, same trade see, same trade say, wow, Wilson, your project very sweet, very nice, you know. Last time we 追求 this type.
Yes, yes.
Now maybe I also old already, then we start to have family, and I think as an ID, right, space planning and the value very important. So for my concept is, if the design don't add in any value in the family, don't design it.
Correct.
If you design something that you always need to siam the thing, always need to worry the thing will drop, then don't design.
Yes, yes.
The design, the thing that every piece you put in the house, right, must bring value to the family.
Yes, it should make it like complete. It's a home, right?
Yes.
Like home, like what it says.
Yes, like you design something, you must use. You don't like put down there until the spider web down there, then you don't touch, you don't use. You know, that is now, my mindset is like that lah. Yeah.
Ultimately, I think you feel very heartwarming, being as an ID because
Yes.
of all these things.
Yes, right. Not only design and money, but the emotion and also the lifestyle have changed a family. I think that's also important. Yeah.
Alright, thank you so much, Wilson,
Welcome,
for
thank
sharing
you.
with me. Now I'll be more careful and be looking out for the red flags of renovation. But the biggest question is, how do we maximize storage space? So let's find out more on the next episode of Renopod.
Renopedia, the leading online renovation media.